Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Mobile Legends Adventures. Um, so there's a few things we need to talk about, new things coming on to the game, and then afterwards we're going to talk about every single type of currency that you should be grinding for in the late game, because I feel like it's important to mention, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then also talk about new features and stuff that are coming to the game. So, let me get rid of this Xbox thing real quick. First and foremost, we were shafted, and they never told us. Um, so as y'all know, they were supposed to add Achilles Alice to the Wishing Shrine, like a while ago. Also, why the hell is this so loud? Jesus Christ. My goodness, wait. There we go. So, there's... Okay. I like how I didn't click that, but okay. So they're supposed to add her to the Sacred Oath or Prophecy Summon, I forgot. We'll check in a second, because I think they did update us on that. But they took forever. So they were supposed to do it like 2 weeks ago, basically. They had like until the 20-something, what they said. Then they just kind of ghosted everybody for like a while, unless there's like their homepage or whatever. Like just in the game, they didn't tell us, they didn't show us any news. Which is like, you know, for most players was like, okay, so they just kind of basically blew us off with the whole Achilles Alice in the Sacred Oath, I'm assuming, because the Sacred Oath is like, the scrolls are basically the same as the Eternal Oath. They, you know, they're converted and you can convert them, so it's pretty much the same. But yeah, I mean, I was not happy about that, and I didn't want to make a video on it yet, until they at least addressed it. They didn't for a while. I was going to soon, and then I was about to do a video like the good, bad, and ugly of this game, where the company is not actually making good on their promises, but they did update, so I will show that to you all in a second. Actually, let's just go to it right away, right? So, because it's the new stuff that we're talking about. So first, new stuff, they have the legendary skin. If you want to watch the trailer, you can. It's pretty cool. So, event calendar, they have new patch notes, so we're going to go over this in a second. So first, today, you know, the first, Mai Rafaela joining Prophecy Summon, so she's there now. I mean, yeah, if you want to go for the Prophecy Summon, I already used all my summons, so unfortunately I can't go for her. I did get another copy of her though, so I was able to awaken her another level, so yay me. I got her off a single summon from the normal draws. Yeah, so that was pretty good. So they're adding Endless Darkness again. It was basically, I showed y'all, right? It was the, I mean, we don't have it anymore, but it was the frame, the avatar border. They took it away. I don't know if they have it here. It was like the blue, like, tentacles, which sounds wrong, but yeah, it was this one. Endless Darkness Glorious Border Avatar. So that's the one that I got. Yeah, I had this one, which is nice. This one is 4 to 10, so I might get this one next, because I'm probably not going to get first or second or third. The only reason I got that is because there's not a lot of people playing during the event, since it's basically the same as a dungeon. If you know the dungeon, which is this. They also changed this. I haven't played this in a while. I've just done the normal dungeon, but the hard dungeon, it resets every 24 hours or 16 hours or whatever it is, because I signed in yesterday at 5 o'clock, so it was a 24-hour clock again. So basically it's 2 days. Sorry, not 16 hours. It's 2 days to do the hard dungeon. And they also made it harder, where you need 10-star heroes to sacrifice to the towers, the Nightmare totems. So yeah, they made it a lot harder. Not the actual battles. The battles are still pretty easy, but yeah, now you need specific heroes. So again, I don't like that. It really just ruins, because again, now it takes even longer. You can't even blitz that part of dungeon, and I know they give you like decent stuff, but like honestly, they should just get rid of like 2 of these and replace them with actual heroes. Again, there's a lot of heroes in the game you can't get other than just drawing, which kind of sucks because, you know, that's not very free to play friendly. Like, most of these characters are okay. Some of them are good. Some of them are meta. But most of them, like, unless you're have an awakened hero of them, you're not gonna late game or even, I guess, early game if you don't have 6, 7 stars of those heroes. You're not gonna be grinding for them because they're not really worth it for your account. So just something to keep in mind. Oh, I guess 8 star after 8 star because you need another 8 star copy in order to make an 8 star into a 9 star, and then from 9 star you need 2 single copies or 1 single copy of 6 stars of that hero, and then when you get to 10 star you need 2 6 star copies. So it might be 1 6 star copy for 9 star to 10 star, and then from 10 star to awaken you need 2 6 star copies of that hero. Basically means you need either 2 copies or 4 copies if you want to go up. So it makes it a lot hard. The reason I'm saying that is because I have a character that's like in none of these that I have pretty much at 10 stars, and that is Esmeralda. Fortunately, I still need 2 more copies of her, or 1 more copy of her. Wait, let's check. Yeah, okay, so I still need, yeah, okay, I don't have another copy of her, so I need 2 more copies of her, which is kind of sucks because I just have to draw for her. But I mean, yeah, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that was the Endless Darkness. So let's go back to events. So then we have legendary skin, obviously, for Akashic. If you want to be drawing for him now, you can in the Wishing Shrine. Frontline events, those are pretty much the same as they've always been, I think. Stellar Invocation. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've done this before. But yeah, you have to clear campaign 29-45, so less beginner friendly, but still you're able to do it. Divine Supplication is coming. Wait, they're gonna do that multiple times? Okay, so the Divine Supplication, right, is when you go to VIP, it's this. Like, you get extra copies of the hero. So if it's still gonna be buy, I mean, that's fine, but maybe for late game it might not be because they already have like her maxed out or whatever. But yeah, they basically give you extra copies, so that's good. Also, I don't know if, as you know, I don't have a hero completely maxed out, so I don't know if like extra copies gives you something else. I'm pretty sure it does. There's a system for that. But you do get skin tokens, so that's great. I love that. Skins are very important in the game, especially for later game because they can scale up your heroes a ridiculous amount. Which is why I've been logging in, because I need 100 more tokens and then I can get another skin. Probably going to be for my Valkyrie, because she's my other hero that's almost, you know, not maxed out, but she's my other hero that's the highest maxed out. I also upgraded her Soul Vessel to level 30. So now she will, instead of dying, acquire 20% shield of her max HP, and then it'll convert into 20% of her HP, because, you know, it's only equal to 20% of her max HP, so it doesn't matter how much she's, you know, absorbs, it's just going to be 20%, because it is equal to 20% of her HP. So you want her to have a lot of HP, obviously, and this gives her a lot of HP. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I love that they're doing that. Because, you know, skins, it's always a nice thing. And to be fair, skins are one of the things in games that most companies just make you buy. So it's real nice that they're actually giving this to you. Why in the fuck do you have to turn up the music to 1000%? Like, what is the point of that, huh? Jesus Christ, I really hate... You know what? How do you turn off the music, huh? Screw the music, Jesus Christ. Okay, and I'm gonna have to go back to the friggin' Xbox bar and put this up a little bit. No, that's fine. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go back to events. We still have a few more things to talk about, so now they have done double dungeon drops. That already happened before, so that's fine. It's better if you do it for the harder dungeon, the Nightmare Dungeon, I believe it's called. But I don't know. Like I said, it takes you 2 extra days. So honestly, I think you should just do the normal dungeon because it kind of sucks that they make you wait 2 days in order to do the Nightmare Dungeon. Like that is just BS. It was fine before, but I think they were like, oh, free to play is getting too many resources, or just in general, like not even pay to win because you can't pay to win in the dungeon. So just everybody got shafted by that. Hopefully they fix that. Like that's something that I wish would go back to its normal thing, but you know it is what it is. They have the shopping carnival event. I don't know exactly what this is. This might just be like for paying people. And here's where we're talking about, right? Achilles Alice coming to Sacred Oath, so summon a total of 200 times in Sacred Oath, which, yeah, but you need to get the Sacred Scrolls, which, if you have 200 Sacred Scrolls, then what the hell are you doing for the Legendary event? Or you could reach VIP 9 or 26 to unlock it, so it's kind of middle, not middle game, that's still pretty early game. I would say that's like late early game, beginning of middle game, maybe like the very beginning of middle game. But yeah, I mean, that's great that they're finally adding her. You know, kind of sucks that they waited an extra week, almost 2 weeks, to release her into the, free to play. I say, but it's not really free to play. It kind of is, but you still have to grind a lot. They have the VIB exclusive exchange shop. I don't know this is about, but we'll see. And then Chrono Arena. So real cool, real nice. I like that they're adding more stuff. I love this Divine Supplication thing. This is all coming on the 10th, by the way. There's a lot of stuff coming on the 10th. So yeah, we have 2 days left, and then they'll add this stuff. So I will definitely be doing Endless Darkness because I found that very interesting. Hopefully they don't make it harder. They just make it different. Because before it was fine, but again, for the Nightmare version of the dungeon, they made it a lot harder. By that I mean they require specific types of heroes, so like dark, light, whatever, and also they just made it a little bit harder overall in general. So it's just the requirement of having specific heroes, which in turn means that you pay money, you can basically do this, which I don't like, especially when it's an event that is just for everybody, because then it's just catered towards pay to win people. And there's a lot of that already in the game, obviously. So yeah, that's it for this stuff. We're gonna go real quick over the patch notes, and then we'll go over for everything you need to grind late game. So that'll either be in 2 or 7 minutes, depending on how long the patch notes take. Oh, okay, so it's just the legendary skin and optimization. That's it. Past legendary skins are available though. They are for Crossell, Leslie, Morpheus, Char, Karamed, Exborg, and Adet. Okay. Okay. I mean, they're limited epic skins, but still, those are some good characters. Specifically Karamed, Morpheus. Valier's pretty decent. Karamed, Morpheus. Well, Karamed's Order and Morpheus is Chaos, so that makes sense. Char, I forgot what she is. Crossell is also Order. She's a newer hero, so that's pretty good. Forgot Leslie because I don't think I have her at all. Exborg is science, so or tech, whatever you want to say. That's pretty good actually. I'll say that's fine. Fixed battle conditions do not display full for Mimic Chest Nightmare mode. I mean, yeah, it was just fine. Okay, well, let's get. That's pretty much it. I mean, it makes sense. This is part of the skin, and this is what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you bought a Kashik and you have like Nana or well any other hero that resurrects, but Nana is pretty much the best one there is. I wonder if putting a shield on him works, but it says I'm pretty sure his skills are like wait. I just need to check this real quick before we move on, right? Does he just take his full bar of health? And immediately, okay, he just dies. Alright, so it's like, if he took damage equal to a certain percent of his health, then this would be much better character, because you could just put like a shield on him, and then he would just eat the shield. So, you know, Knight Rafaela would break him, because she would just keep giving she spams her ultimate like crazy. So, yeah, I mean, that would have been cooler, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so we'll go for currencies, right? So, oh, we got some summons, so let's just do this, whatever. So, currencies you should be grinding for. So, first and foremost, this currency. Advanced Essence you should always be grinding for. Early game, late game, mid game. It's pretty much the only thing that upgrades your heroes. Yes, this is important as well, the hero XP and the gold, but you get so much of it that it's kind of redundant. Like, I have 1 billion, as you can see. I don't know where the gold is shown. I don't see it. So that's interesting. Can I see? I mean, how much? Wait, right here. Can you see how much gold you have? Right. We go to a hero that isn't in the. Okay, well we gotta scroll pretty far for that. So we go to Karina. Okay, we have 26 million gold. I think we're chill. And also you gain a lot every time you collect. So, oh, we have some fusion shrine stuff. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So that it doesn't really matter for those two currencies. But yeah, advanced essence, is that what it's called? Yeah, very good for your account. Like, that's the one thing that's limiting your account, I would say, in terms of upgrading your heroes, and it slows down a lot. Like, I basically have to wait 2 to 3 days before I can even come close to upgrading a hero, and that counts with like grinding, buying stuff, and then signing in. So, and doing dailies as well. So it becomes scarce, more scarce as you move on. So I really hope that they can try and fix that, maybe, because that is something that slows down a lot in the late game. All right, so that's probably like the main priority, I would say, for currencies. Um, okay, and this is just for heroes, right? For upgrading your heroes specifically. Next would be these, which are the soul shards. You have soul cores, soul shards, and then you have soul meteors. You can also get the universal soul meteor chest. So these are very important. That's what upgrades your soul vessel. Um, Obviously, these are. I don't know why they did this. I feel like this is kind of like stupid that they made it so redundant to the point where you have to collect like 4 different essence, well, more, because there's of course specific ones for specific heroes, and then there is, you know, this, which is like above level 20, and I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of scummy, but you know, it is what it is. It's really not that hard to get them, but it does slow down when you're trying to get the Universal Soul Meter chest, because they are the only thing that you can upgrade from, basically to max out your soul vessel without the awakening thing, right? The Ancient Twilight, which is like the second part of your soul vessel, but you don't unlock that until late game. So yes, you also need to collect these, but they haven't been super important for me because, again, my heroes aren't at the level where they can take advantage of it yet. I think level 250 is where you want to be, and I only have 3 heroes at that, so not super important. The next super important thing I would say is Token of Valor. Token of Valor is very important because it upgrades your Gallery of Valor, right? Yes. So this, and you can I wouldn't say spend like as much as you can, because you can get it pretty easily just through dailies. Also through, pretty sure through dailies, right? Right. Let's check. Don't quote me on that unless I'm right. Um, do you get it through dailies? I'm just making sure. No, really? They don't give you anything. Oh, okay, then it might be weekly quests, right? Uh, guys, people, is this really? Uh-oh. Really? Is it really only through achievements? That kind of sucks. I mean, of course you can get it through the shops. So like if we go to, and this is the fastest way I know of getting to the shops. You can get them at the shops, but I wouldn't really spend my currency on that because you do get it through just the campaign, right? Can I? Did not want to click that. Yeah, so you get it through the campaign. How do I check? Can't I just like? Why can't I see the level? Okay, well that's weird. Pretty sure there's a way to see that. Am I right or not? Ivory Veil's done. As you can see, I collected as many as I could. Celestial Mission, obviously, I didn't spend any money, so that I didn't get any of that. But yeah, I collected, literally maxed out on this, so that I have one orb left, and yeah, that's sad, but you know, it is a limited time event, right? Is it ending soon? It ends on the 10th, so you have until the 10th to use your currency. Alright, so yeah, that's probably like, you can start I'm pretty sure it's mid-game actually, because you don't unlock the statues till a little bit later. But yeah, as you can tell, they're very important, so like I'll go to them. It's also based on what your team is, and it changes, you know, throughout mid-game, especially late game. Like late game will solidify what you're doing. I clicked the wrong thing, sorry. So because I have mostly support and, you know, my Esmeralda is not awakened yet, I've been focusing on tank, mostly support though, because of course I have 3 supports on my team. So that has solidified my class statue, which one I'm upgrading. And really what they do is they add extra abilities. I'd say support is pretty broken. Yeah, like this basic skill is disgusting. And it just increases as you level up. It goes up to level 35, I believe. You can also reset if you don't feel like if you want to upgrade other stuff. I would say pretty much keep them the same because again, late game it's going to be really detrimental, especially because for the campaign for these boss battles you need to have 2 teams. um, you know, for arena, there's some stuff that you need to have multiple teams, like the Brawl Arena. You need to have multiple teams for this, right? You need to have 3 teams. So like you need other heroes than just 2 different factions. So you need some support for all of them. Otherwise, you're going to be losing pretty much everything that is important. So it's just you need to focus on those. That'll be really helpful for your account. All right. What else is next? I'm talking about heroes, right? Like specifically heroes. Okay, so I mean, I guess I could talk about that, but it's more late game. That's the problem, right? There's a lot of late game stuff that comes later. I would say, ooh, no wonder I kept this. Okay, okay. Can be used to redeem designated skins in the library. Nice, nice, nice. So we gotta wait for the Endless Darkness to come because I have a lot of that currency left over. Where was it? I was looking for it. Was it? I mean, you can do guild stuff. That really does help you, but it's like it helps you with a ton of stuff. So I can't really like specify that it helps you with a specific thing on heroes. I mean, this is really important, but unless you're in a guild, it doesn't help, and unless you're in a good guild, you're not going to gain a lot. So I'm gonna move on to what I think is probably the next important thing, which is the rune stones. So rune stones you can get through doing tavern expeditions, which is this, as you can see for rewards. Wait, is it gonna? Yeah, so you get rune stones, and they help level up your world tree, which is super important. Can you get them here as well? I just want to see. No, you cannot, but I mean you can get a lot of other stuff here. So it's super helpful because in the world tree, the holy sanctuary you go to, so world tree, you can do soul linking. Basically what this does is it helps your team accomplish what's called like the maximum team buff. So we go to campaign real quick. As you can see, I don't actually have a full light team, but because I have 3 linked heroes, it deploys them as light heroes just because of how it works. So instead of having like, you know, I have 1, 2, 3 light heroes, instead of having 3 light heroes and then 2 other ones, Okay, yeah, so this one you have to have 3 heroes of one attribute and then 2 heroes of another attribute. So really what I would have is this, which is only a 10% HP and then 15% attack increase. But with the soul linking, you can get the maximum 25% on both of them. Of course, order heroes don't matter. Hybrid heroes are linked as well. You don't. I don't think you have to link hybrid heroes unless you really need to. But I mean, I did because I have 9 Rafaela. Sorry, Astraea Cipra. Chaos heroes are their whole other thing. In fact, if you have Chaos heroes, I would say just do at most 2, if possible, at least 4, or at most 4. You can have up to 5, but like, I mean, yeah, you could probably have Achilles, Alice, and the. I mean, yeah, Achilles, Alice, and Ember Iberthal, because they're both hybrid heroes. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna count as Chaos heroes. So that's already 2, and then you can just add 3 other. Yeah, that's, I mean, Chaos heroes are probably like the strongest resonance because they only help them. They help your entire team, but having them all Chaos heroes pretty much makes your team really broken. It doesn't give them HP or attack, but I mean, those are stats that can pretty much be covered by everything else. Alright, and then there's a few more things I have to mention. So, where was it? So, I'm looking for it. Where was it? Pretty sure. Wait, am I tripping? No. I just brain farted. Sorry. Where was it? Oh, I guess. Oh, okay. So, I have one here. So these Omen crystals, right? Super helpful. They're a little bit more towards mid game, mid late game. I would say more late game, obviously, because you can get up to like force, like the level 4. So this is 1, and then it increases. It's in Roman numerals, and then you eventually get to the point where the gear becomes specific to the hero. Of course, that's very late game. I haven't even gotten there yet. I think I'm on 2 right now, so as y'all can tell, I'm not that far considering that I've been playing for 4 months. But yeah, it's a big boost to your gear. So as you can see, I'm on 2 for these for Astraea Cipra. I think I have 1 on all of them, except for Guinevere, or sorry, Esmeralda and Guinevere, obviously. Because I don't have a legendary element weapon yet. I have to get one. I've been re-rolling like crazy, and it's really annoying. The reforge is really annoying, so I'm probably do it on this equipment. But yeah, really annoying having to reforge and reforge. Wait, do I have a light one? Do I have a light one? No, I don't. I have it on Astraea Cipra, but no, that's not gonna work. So yeah, very important. They're very late game though, I would say. I mean, you get them not that late into the game. But yeah, for mythic equipment, like I would say that's mid game, like pretty smack dab in the middle of late game or mid game, sorry. And then once you get towards the later part of mid game, you get a lot. You start increasing definitely in the amount that you get. The reason I put some into Nayad Rafaela is because it basically doubled her defense, which was ridiculous. It's at 41,000 right here, so yeah, it's kind of nasty. And I haven't even upgraded her yet. So as you can see, like 40k is ridiculous. Like I'm at 10. So that's why I say 3 to 4 days. I mean, I've basically 10k right now, and that's 24 hours of grind or just campaign stuff. So yeah, and then obviously you go to the shop and you buy some more. So I think that's it for like the most important things you need to collect. Everything else you kind of have to do at your own pace, and it really just depends on content pushing. So yeah, we can get into later stuff like Orlais cards, which you would get through the Signs of Stars, and then the Glory Gems, but that's more late game. But yeah, those are other things you want to be collecting obviously as well. I wouldn't say go out of your way to get them, because you can get them in the campaign once you push hard enough. But if you are lacking in them, definitely try and get some, because they can definitely help your account out. Of course, you need some Awakened Heroes for both Orlais cards and the Glory Gems, so obviously late game. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much it for things to collect. Other than like that, I would say skin tokens. Every time you can get skin tokens, collect them. Because even if you don't use them early game, you will for sure be trying to get them late game. And as you can see, like they give them to you pretty often. And I don't know if this is gonna be the same, because this is very different to what we had before. Usually the hero you get on the 28th day, or you get like a chest here for choosing a hero, which I liked better. And then the hero, this is because obviously they had a new hero that wasn't part of the, I mean it technically was part of the Mirage, the Eternal Mirage, whatever it's called, but she came later and it was a very small, it was a very small Mirage thing. She didn't have like a whole chapters that you had to clear like Ember Erythal and Knight Rafaela. So just goes to show that it is different half of the time, but most of the time it'll be the same. But yeah, every time you can get skin tokens, get them. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you everybody for watching. AOG Gaming here. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Really shows your support. Helps me out, keeps you up to date on my content. 144 subscribers last time I checked, so y'all are amazing. Keep going. And yeah, just continuing the grind on this game. I probably won't post a Reverse 1999 video tonight because I have to play and grind materials this time before continuing through the story, because it's getting a lot harder. And every time I've drawn, I'm telling you, every single 5-star and 6-star I have is literally a DPS. That game is cursing me. I only have fucking DPSs. It's really annoying. But yeah, we'll complain about that when we're in that game. We're not gonna do it in this game. But yeah, as always, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.